Hello everyone, welcome to the video lecture series on electronic devices and circuits. In previous few video lectures, we have seen the biasing circuits for BJT. Now from this session onwards, we will see the biasing circuits of JFET. So we have studied JFET and MOSFET in first module. There we have studied for FET the controlling element or variable is nothing but voltage. Means for FET the input voltage is the controlling variable. Now the general relationship that can be applied to the DC analysis of all FET amplifiers is Ig is nearly equals to 0 ampere and drain current ID is equal to Is. It is exactly equal to Is. Now in FET there are JFETs and MOSFETs. So JFET in MOSFET we have D MOSFET and E MOSFET. So for JFET and D MOSFET, the Shockley's current equation is applied to relate the input and output quantities, and that Shockley's equation is ID is equal to IDSS into 1 minus VGS upon VP bracket square. So this equation is used to relate the input and output quantities in JFET and for D MOSFET. Now for E MOSFET we have the drain current equation ID, which is equal to K into VGS minus VT bracket square. So these are the equations which are relating the input quantity to the output quantity in JFET, D MOSFET and E MOSFET. Now we'll see or we'll revise the regions of FET operation. So how many regions are there in JFET? Right, there are 3 regions for JFET or FET operations. First region we'll call it as cutoff region. Second region we'll consider as a saturation region, and third region is ohmic region. Now in cutoff, the JFET or FET acts as open switch. In saturation it acts as amplifier, and in ohmic region it acts as closed switch or variable resistance. Okay, so these are the regions of FET operations. These are very important when we are going to study the biasing circuits for JFET. Now the biasing circuits for FET according with the device JFET, or it is D MOSFET or it is E MOSFET, we have different biasing circuits available. Under JFET we have first biasing circuit called as fixed bias circuit. Second circuit is called as self bias circuit. Third circuit is called as voltage divider bias circuit. While in D MOSFET we have 2 types of biasing circuits. First one is fixed bias circuit. Second one is voltage divider bias circuit. while in case of E-MOSFET we have feedback bias circuit, or it is also called as drain to gate bias circuit, and second biasing circuit is voltage divider bias. So in our syllabus we have a study of JFET and E-MOSFET. Again in JFET, in our syllabus we have to study self bias and voltage divider bias, and for E-MOSFET this both biasing circuits we have to study. So in today's video lecture we are going to study self bias JFET circuit. Let's move to see what is this self bias JFET circuit now. Before actual self bias circuit, we'll see the general procedure for the analysis. For analysis of any biasing circuit, we have to follow this procedure. So what is that? First steps or procedures. So first step is we have to calculate VGS by applying KVL to gate circuit. VGS by applying KVL to gate circuit. Second step, after getting VGS, we have to calculate IDQ by using either the Shockley's equation for JFET and by drain equation in E-MOSFET. Okay, so Shockley's equation, I will write down here like this, and in third step we have to calculate VDSQ by applying KVL to drain circuit. So for analysis, this analysis is called as a DC analysis. So for DC analysis of this self bias or voltage divider bias or other biasing circuits, we have to follow these three steps. So in case of self bias circuit, we require only one DC supply, so it eliminates the need of two DC supplies. So eliminate need for two DC supply. In fixed bias circuit we require two DC supply, but in self bias circuit only one DC supply is sufficient. The controlling gate to source voltage is now determined by the voltage across a resistor RS, which is introduced in the source leg of configuration. Means in case of this self bias circuit, let's consider this is our JFET. What I will do, I will write down here, this is our gate, this is source, and this is drain. So this is N channel. So at source here one resistor is added, that is called as RS, and this the voltage across this RS is now the controlling variable for gate to source voltage. So this is RS. At gate terminal one resistor is connected between gate and ground, that is called as RG, and at drain one resistor is connected, that is called as RD, and here the supply VDD is provided, and capacitor C2 to observe the AC output V0, and AC input Vi is provided through this circuit through capacitor C1. Now here what we have to do, we have to see the DC analysis, and for that DC analysis we have to draw the DC equivalent circuit. So in DC equivalent circuit what happens, these capacitors will act as open circuit, and since these capacitors will act as open circuit, what will happen here, these capacitors will be removed from the circuit in case of DC analysis. So for DC analysis we will get this particular supply. Again, for our convenience, we can write down this VDD like this. Here VDD plus minus, it is grounded like this. So this is here, this also you can draw like this, so that the circuit will look good. So this is our self bias circuit. So all of you understood this self bias circuit. So between gate and source we are having the voltage drop, that is called as VGS. Between drain and source the voltage drop is VDS, and the current which is flowing through this RD resistor is ID, and through this RS resistor is IS, and that IS is nothing but ID. So these are the current and voltage relations in case of self bias circuit. Now all of we know that in JFET how much is our input current Ig? That input current Ig is always equal to 0 milliampere. That means across this RG resistor we are having the voltage drop, that is Ig into RG. Means at gate we are having the voltage Vg, which is equal to Ig into Rg, and since Ig is equal to 0, this voltage drop Vg into Rg, this voltage drop will be 0. That means this Rg can be replaced by short circuit equivalent. So we can replace this Rg by short circuit equivalent, so that we are not having any voltage drop across this Rg, so we can replace it by short circuit, and then we can do the further analysis of this self bias circuit. So this is our DC equivalent circuit for self bias circuit. Now according with our analysis steps, first of all we have to find out the VGS, and for that VGS we have to apply KVL to gate to source loop. Means from this gate terminal to source terminal, like this we have to apply the KVL. So when we apply KVL, initially we are having the voltage drop between gate and source, that is VGS. Then we are having the resistance connected, and across this resistance we are having the voltage drop, that is ID into RS, and then our loop will be completed and it will be equals to 0. So when we apply KVL, we are having minus VGS minus ID into RS is equal to 0. Therefore, we can further simplify this to get the value of VGS will be equals to minus ID into RS. So by this way we can obtain the value of VGS, means gate to source voltage. Now in second step we have to find out the ID current, and here in this equation we can observe that VGS is a function of output current ID and not fixed in magnitude. So ID secondly we have to find out, and for JFET the Shockley's drain current equation can be used to get the ID value. So ID is equal to IDSS into 1 minus VGS upon VP bracket square. Now in equation 1, say equation 1, we have obtained the value of VGS. You can put this value of VGS in this equation. We'll have IDSS into 1 minus ID into RS upon VP bracket square. and therefore ID will be equals to IDSS into 1 plus ID into RS upon Vp bracket square. So by this way we can obtain the expression for ID current. So when we put the values of IDSS, then RS and Vp in this equation, we can get the value of ID. In third step, we have to find out the VDS voltage, and for that we have to apply KVL from drain to source loop. Means at output side we have to apply the KVL like this, and for that let's modify the circuit. VDD, I'll write down the VDD like this only for the simplification and your understanding. We'll apply KVL like this. So first voltage drop will be plus VDD, then next voltage drop across this RD, it is minus ID into RD. Next voltage drop between drain and source, it is minus VDS. Again next voltage drop plus minus ID into RS. So after applying KVL, we'll have VDD minus IDRD minus VDS minus ID into RS is equal to 0. Therefore, VDS will be equals to VDD minus ID, you can take common or you can keep as it is, RD plus RS. So this is your expression for VDS. Say it as equation number 2, this one as equation number 3. So by this way we can identify the VGS, ID and VDS values in DC analysis of self-bias circuit. Here in this DC analysis we have obtained the expressions, so we can call it as a mathematical analysis for self-bias circuit. There is one more analysis that is called as a graphical method. You can call it mathematical method for DC analysis, and another is graphical method of DC analysis. In that graphical method we can find out the similar values VGS, ID and VDS with the help of transfer characteristics. But in our syllabus we are having only mathematical analysis. Graphical methods are not included, but if you are interested, then I'll make the video how to do the graphical analysis for the biasing circuits. So here in this video lecture we have seen the mathematical methods for the DC analysis of self-biased JFET circuit. Thank you for watching the video.